guys, I am so excited to show you the downloads that I purchased over the Cyber Weekend. Hopefully some of these will help you to find ways to switch up your homeschool, find things for Christmas, see what else is kind of out there, because I think some of them you might not be aware of. But tell me what ones down in the comments you did know, what you didn't know, ones I might not know. I want to hear it all from you. Okay, where should we start? I've pretty much been sitting here all day with this thing, hole punching and printing. My printer is still going, but let's start with some Christmas stuff. Okay, so I got one download from CreativeFabria. Now for $2.99, you can get access to, it's kind of like a teachers pay teachers things with just tons of printables to show your kids. So this one is just this really cute, simple thing for my 5-year-old to do. Actually, a lot of it might be a little extra simple for him, but that's okay. It just encourages him that he's doing great. Some crafts with a gingerbread man. What I love about this is that every holiday I can just kind of pop on, download some extra fun activities to do for my kids. They have different grade levels that you can even select from. So this is just one I quickly printed off for my kid. And then check this out. Let's talk about binding today. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about printables and stuff, so we're gonna talk about binding. This was random. It's those, what are they called? Pipe cleaners. This was such a thin thing that as I was hole punching it, I just kind of thought these were laying around, and I wondered, would that hold it together rather than using some of my nicer, more expensive bindings? And it did great. I think it opens super well. So that's an option to get creative with. Next, let's talk about WaldockWay. I got tons of different printables from WaldockWay. The first one that I'll talk about is Who Was Charles Dickens mini unit study. So if you know the Who Was books, she has a lot of these options. Actually, there's Louis Armstrong, Nikola Tesla, Henry Ford. And so I got a whole bunch of those that I thought we might be interested in doing later this year. They're really inexpensive, so I thought, yeah, why not? But Charles Dickens, because she also has a Christmas Carol novel unit study too. And so I got that. It just has some things for us to be going through as a family when we either listen to the story or read it. Yeah, we're listening to it. We listened to it last year. It didn't really take very long. The boys really enjoyed it. And then we watched A Muppet Christmas Carol, which I saw in here too, that you can do a comparison of the movie and the book. I don't know. We haven't done it yet, but I thought it looked really good. So we're going to at least check it out, do maybe some of the things. We don't have to do all of it. If you aren't on Jessica from WaldockWay's email list, you should be. She often, almost every month, I think, sends out free printables. And so that's really cool. I got a whole bunch more from her too, which I'll probably be revealing over the next year as I do comparisons with it and some other curriculums. I think she has some really great options, so go check her out. She is here on YouTube if you aren't aware. She's incredible. She's especially if you like game schooling and stuff, she does a lot of those things. She has one child, and yeah, she is fantastic to follow. Today's video is brought to you by a scatterbrained mom because it has been a week. You know, they happen. This has been one of them. So forgive any extra craziness or uncertainty of what I'm doing, because that's kind of what life feels like right now. Next is a study of hygge for the family. This is by my friend Christina over at Rooted Home Life. I've gotten to know Christina a bit in the Maids Homeschool community, and when I saw that she was reading Holy Hygge from Jamie Erickson, I sent her a message and I was like, hey, you should do a hygge unit study, and you should make sure that God is in it too. We did a hygge unit study last year, which you can find talked about in this video right here. I'll make sure to link it down below as well. But it was from someone else. There wasn't any part of God implemented in that. And so I knew that Christina could do a really good job with that. We haven't done it yet, so I can't really tell you much. This is kind of ridiculous, but this is, again, those pipe cleaners. But this one has, I don't know, it looks like a wreath, and I'm not loving it necessarily, but again, it's a thin one. You can go and get this off of her Etsy page. There are coloring pages for your kids to do in here. There's a study of Denmark and Scandinavia, what is different aspects, why candlelights. Why I'm doing a hygge study again this year is because I really liked how it fit in between Christmas and New Year. A short study like this is perfect for that 1 week, and hygge specifically because it really gets you intentional with your family. What are the things that our family does and why do we do them? What are some things we could be more intentional about, whether it's talking about lighting or the food that we put out or the things that we own. Hygge really does a deeper dive into some of those things, but also leading into the new year, what is our family about? What is our call and our purpose? I think that matches really well with a short study like this. But on December 18th in the Made to Homeschool community, I'm actually going to be leading a workshop on family unity and developing that family unity. We're going to be talking a lot about vision and mission statements, having just like a unified family going into the new year, making sure you're all on track. There's a whole bunch that goes into this, and I'm so excited to share about it more in that workshop. I would love to have you there, but let me tell you why else you might be interested in the Made to Homeschool community. We have printables. Now, currently the only one that I have printed out is this one here. It's Christmas book titles that as we are going through our books, I'm going to be writing them on here and then putting them in my binder that I keep our things on. But over the next few weeks, there are some really incredible printables coming out. Abby from Rooted and Rest already has one too. It's about a tea time, like to do as tea time with your kids. It has some poems and maybe hymns and things in there. Here on Monday, so like the day that this video is coming out or the day before this video came out, Ashley from Home Sweet Home Life here on YouTube too, she is giving out a Lego Christmas Challenge printable. I know my kids are going to love this one. There's also just a ton more coming out. Christmas shopping wish list, encouragement cards for kids at Christmas, family Christmas bucket list. Those are all printables. And then there's trading the textbook for simplicity during holidays, local travel schooling. And then if we go down to the next week, so these are on, if you go to the home page and then the calendar, you can see what all are coming out. And so that's why I don't have them printed yet, because these are still coming out. But the week of December 11th, we're getting, let's see, a printable on Christmas coloring pages by Amy Sloan. That's Humility and Doxology. Developing a Unified Family. Oh, that's me. That is a printable coming out for that workshop that I will be doing. And then I don't even know what that is. Book companion. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But there are all kinds of printables, articles, videos, all to help you and your family during the Christmas season. And once you're a member of the Made to Homeschool community, you get free access to all of these things and all the past printables as well. So I think it's a super great deal. I'm really glad to be in there, and I will be printing things off for the next 2 weeks, apparently. Then, of course, Gather Round was doing a 20% off sale. So even though we have units we haven't made it to yet or that we could be revisiting, I went ahead and got forest animals. My boys said that they would be interested in this one, and I know that they will be. We're really hoping to do a lot more with the United States over the next year. You're gonna be seeing a lot of stuff actually coming out, history curriculums, all kinds of things, talking about the United States over the next few months. But then also, I mean, why not? Vikings? Yeah, my boys are super into Vikings. They really want to do this unit too. So somewhere along the way, we'll figure out how to get this one in. I'm currently printing off US History 3 from Gather Round. And then I got another one too. Oh, the Reformation. Yeah? It's something like that. I messed it up in my last video when I talked about it too. I haven't printed that one off yet, but those are coming. I like to print off the teacher's guides ahead of time, and then I have them and I can print off the student workbooks as we are coming up on that. But this way I can kind of start looking in a little bit more to know what's going on. Okay. For bindings, if you're interested, I really like these here. These are like clasps on either side and they just kind of snap into each other. I used it on the Christmas Tale one from Charles Dickens. And so you can easily just open it up to any page too. Open up the binding and take out one page at a time. These are super beneficial They're for the Pro Click, which is actually, so this is a Pro Click, this thing here, that's just ginormous. But our church has this one in our church and people can borrow it. And then my friend has this other one. I'll put a picture up here. It's actually my preferred one, and you just slide it and it punches the holes, and it is great. All of these things are linked in my Amazon storefront. I've also used quite a bit the spirals, these here, yeah. This is what fits really well for the gather round units, and then these can swing all the way around. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how I would like to have them on my shelf and have a part out there so that I can see what each thing is. That would be ideal to me. None of these have that option. There's another option that I have too, where there's like just these 2 prongs that go through with a cheaper clip. So it's like a 2-hole punch, and you get these prongs that go through it too. You will find all of those on my Amazon storefront. As far as preference, it really is the Pro Click with the slider, and then I either one of these, I don't care. This one's a lot cheaper, so probably these. Oh, I know something I forgot. Okay, so with Gather Round, I also got a bunch of digital downloads, audio downloads. That's what I meant to say, audio downloads, and I put them on our MP3 player. And so we can just listen to this. I have quite a few. I have the samples on there. I have this one. I have our dinosaur one that we did before. I actually have an Apologia space one on here. I have Spanish on here for us to listen to. Look, I'm not saying that this is the best MP3 player. It just works, and it's good, and it's manageable, and yeah, so it's linked in my store as well. If you're interested for that, it's a great way. I don't know if they'll actually go back and listen to them, but sometimes when I need them to listen to something, it's just great, like on sick days, because you know what? 'Tis the season to be sick. I was just sick all day yesterday, thus the crazy brain. But something like this that doesn't have access to the internet, super great and trustworthy for your kids. All right, make sure you're subscribed so that you see when my other haul videos are coming out, because packages are gonna start coming in. Here you can find more PDFs that I used last year and am still using as well, just didn't mention in this video, or this video here that I mentioned as well with the Hygge study. Hope you find something useful. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.